So I wanted to talk about something real quick. If I have any women watching this, I just made a video for my Instagram because I got a message from a woman. Now this is the first time I've hunted alone, but obviously you guys see that I fish alone all the time. So I've gotten a lot of messages from women and some men that where do I get the confidence to not be scared out here alone? Let me try to answer that very quickly before I start walking. The answer to that is quite simple. Look around me. I'm surrounded by trees, okay? There's nobody else out here. I guess it just depends on your personality, obviously. My anxiety when I'm walking through a public place, when I'm walking through a Walmart parking lot with my son, my anxiety is so high. I am constantly looking over my shoulder, constantly on high alert. It is mentally exhausting to be out in public, especially with my son. It's okay when I'm by myself, but when it's just me and him, it's bad. It's almost unbearable. I'm scared of bad people, okay? Bad people do things to women and children all the time. You see it everywhere. The bad people that are looking for women and children, they're at Walmart, they're at Target, they're at the mall. You have hundreds and hundreds of eyes on you when you are in a public setting, okay? Playgrounds, creeps, dangerous people will watch playgrounds. Do you know why they watch playgrounds? Because that's where women take their children. Women don't take their children out to the woods and hunt like I am right now. Not out here looking for me. Nobody is in the woods targeting women and children right now. I mean, could there be? Sure. But right now, the only other people in the woods are hunters. And I haven't seen one person all morning. Now, a very valid fear is that something could happen to you or your child while you're out here and you're by yourself. That's a very valid concern. Obviously, I worry about that. But I'm not backwoods in somewhere. I'm in a public park. My truck's on the main road. My phone location's on. My parents know where I'm at. My location's on. Everybody knows, if they need to find me, I'm here. I'm not hidden somewhere. But that's always a fear. But also, that can happen anywhere, So the only difference is there's not people around to help you if something happens. The dangers out here compared to the dangers in public does not compare. Not even a little bit. Also, I'm in Maryland, Central Maryland. There's no bears in here. There's no mountain lions. There are no threats out here other than another hunter. And I haven't even seen one today. And I've never had any issues bumping into other hunters. They're just doing the same thing I'm doing. I hope that kind of answers the questions. Again, that's all just personality, I guess. If you're a woman or a man and you're intimidated to come out and hunt and fish and stuff by yourself, just start out like hiking. Just go for a hike by yourself, see how you feel. If you're still nervous, try to find somebody to go with you. But I think you will see very quickly that your anxiety and fear is much less out here than being in public. If you even have the interest of hunting and fishing, you and I should be able to relate at least a little bit. And I will say, it's very calming out here. It's relaxing. My anxiety is the lowest when I'm out here, even with my son. He can run around freely. There's no people out here waiting to grab him up or grab me up. There's nobody out here. There's no dangerous animals out here. The average person will see me and my son or any woman and their kid if they go off in the woods, and they probably think it's a little irresponsible, and they probably think that I'm putting us in danger by going out into the woods alone. I don't feel that way. I feel most of danger in public. I don't feel that out here. So it's just, even though I feel better out here, it's just a fact, guys. There's not murderers and abductors and not people trying to abduct women and children out in a public park where people are hunting. They're in public settings. So just a little food for thought if you never thought about it that way. So hope that helps somebody or encourages somebody to get out here alone. It's amazing, and I truly feel like you're missing out if you don't do stuff alone out in nature, So And believe me, I'm not totally carefree out here. I'm not totally comfortable. When I get up to leave, I'm gonna put my hat thing back on and I tuck my hair in and try to blend in so that people can't tell that I'm a woman, you know? Should I have to do that? No. Do I have to? No. But I feel more comfortable that if somebody sees me, they don't know that I'm a woman. I think a lot of men or women that just aren't outdoors women, they don't realize how uncomfortable it is to be a woman passionate about the outdoor, like manly passions, you know? It's extremely uncomfortable most of the time. You find ways around it and you just gotta push through it and figure out how you're comfortable. And mainly I hide. You guys see when I'm fishing, I'm always by myself. I'm not at public boat ramps, I'm not at public parks, I'm not anywhere. I'm usually hiding in the woods by myself. I don't want people to know that I'm a woman in the woods alone, you know? So I just hide. So when I start walking, they could probably tell I'm a woman just from my body. I can't really hide that, but at least hiding my hair and stuff, like I just look more like a dude, you know? So just the realities of being a woman alone, and that's everywhere. So not complaining. You gotta do what you gotta do what you gotta do to feel comfortable. I blend in for sure. You know, I'm not out here waving my hair around, you know, like I am hiding basically from other people also. So if I didn't have to wear orange right now, I wouldn't be wearing orange either so that nobody could see me. But yeah, just you gotta figure it out yourself. Truly, the only part you have to look out for is like the parking lot where you park. You gotta watch getting into your truck and stuff. But again, you have a much higher chance of a sketchy van pulling next to you at Target than you do at the hunting parking lot on the street. Like, people just don't think this through. It's so much more dangerous in public. Again, does that mean nothing happens? Of course not. Stuff always happens. I don't think there's any comparison. Before you tell me, just be confident, this and that, like, I am confident. That's why I'm out here by myself. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna parade around here. There's a difference between being confident and just because I try to hide doesn't mean that I'm not confident. I'm being on alert. It's extremely difficult to explain, but I just do what works for me. So you can't really tell me otherwise. I'm just doing what works for me out here and telling you guys what I do and being honest with what I do. It's so easy to say, just be confident, you know, this, that. It's much easier said than done, okay? If you're not a woman and you've never pulled up to a public pond that has 5 other guys at it, you don't know how that feels, okay? You don't. You might think that you do, but you don't know how that feels. And I'm telling you, it's extremely uncomfortable for me. Some women might be totally confident with it, but from what I've seen being on social media the past like year and a half, doing outdoor things, it's extremely common, and most of us are hiding. So in this video, I'm not like dogging men at all. Of course, if you're a man and you're hunting and then a woman walks up out of the woods, of course you're going to want to talk to her. Like, a woman that loves the same thing as you just popped out of the woods. Like, I don't blame you, you know, it's just, but I'm just being honest that most women, especially I've noticed, most outdoor women, we are full of anxiety. Just the thought of a man walking up to us on the road, like, makes me want to throw up. Like, again, I am confident, but I just, you know, it's hard to explain. I would have to really dig deep into my personality to explain it, but since being on social media, I do see that it's very common. So it's not like we hate men or we're scared of men. It's just like, it's anxiety is what it is. That's all it is.